One of the biggest things that I hope the customer always remembers is that we care. We care about what they do. We care about their mission. We want them to make that mission just like they do.
It's Paul McLeary with Breaking Defense at AUSA 2019 here with Keith Maxwell from Lockheed Martin. He's managing the Onix system, which I'm wearing right now, and I was walking around a little bit up and down stairs with a 40-pound weight, and it takes the weight off your knees. You really can't feel it very much when you're moving around. So, Keith, what are the main benefits that you think soldiers would really feel from wearing this lugging equipment around, and what's the purpose of the program?
So knee intensive activities, that's really the focus of the Onix program. Essentially, you're trying to reduce the metabolic cost. We do that by about 9%, which translates into about a 25% improvement in terms of your overall performance. And like in all those knee intensive type activities where we measure the EMG response, we realize that we're cutting that by about 90%. So literally, we're making you greater endurance, so you last longer, you perform better over the long haul. What we're not trying to do is add weight to the soldier's kit. What we're trying to do is make the current system on the soldier more bearable, something that you can do longer term.
And you mentioned earlier when we were speaking that this also can measure heart rate and things like that. Now, how does that enhance soldier performance, and what can you get from that?
Sure. So our endosuit program is really all about wearing the garment, taking all those cables, getting those out of the way. But included in that are the sensing characteristics. So we can measure your heart rate, your perspiration, respiration, and EMG signals. So we know what the physical condition is of the soldier, and we can distribute that information across the team, so that the sergeant no longer has to ask the question, hey, how you doing? At that point, he knows. He's looking at the tablet, and I can tell, hey, we either need to work on your cardiovascular a little bit, or look, we're third day into this, and everybody's a little smoked, and how do we manage the force for the future?
And where do you want to go next with the program? What are some of the things that they want, the next steps you want to take here?
So right now there's a lot of complexity to the current system, a lot of it's exposed. What we want to do is we want to make that simpler, more streamlined, more conformal like a garment. We want to incorporate all those different sensing technologies, and we want to make the actuators a little faster and a lot quieter. And with that, we think that we've got a system that should be easily accepted by the soldiers, and then it's up to the Army how that we're going to go field it.
And just wearing this for a few minutes, going up and down stairs and things like that, you can really feel that it takes the weight off your knees.
It does.
And which would be huge for long missions, for carrying heavy things, backpacks, artillery, things like that, right?
So the vertical battle space is really the most challenging aspect right now as we look at it. So there's the subterranean aspect where people are in a crouch, walking, that burns up that quadricep muscles, and also there's the up and down stairs. Our conventional thought is, hey, in Afghanistan we're doing 1-story, 2-story, 3-story buildings. We forget that there's a place called Kabul, and there are 20-story buildings there. And around the world, many of the battle spaces of the future could be entirely urban, and we're talking 50 to 100 stories. So the same technology that we're looking at for soldiers is going to make that possible also helps support first responders. So firefighters, EMTs, people who've got to go make that climb up and down stairs.
Great. Thanks so much, Keith. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Appreciate it.